SR93 boxing back with a quick video. Timothy Bradley versus Miguel Cotto is a fight that may happen in 2017. It's not official. I don't think it's even been close to being official, but it's just talks. I don't know if they have started negotiating, but it'd be a big fight. Timothy Bradley is a big welterweight, kind of. He really doesn't have like a huge frame in that sense. But he has a lot of muscle. He's a heavy welterweight, if that makes sense. But in terms of his frame, he's not a big framed human being, especially not a huge frame welterweight. Miguel Cotto's light middleweight, really, who used to be at welterweight before, who used to be at 140, I believe, before. So, I guess they could do a catchweight or at 154, because Timothy Bradley, I believe, blows up to a higher weight. But when he comes to the weigh-in, he's very ripped. Maybe at 154, he might have a bit more energy. You could compare this to the Canelo Khan fight, because it's only, if that happens at 154, because it's only like 1 pound less, but the weight difference when they rehydrate will be, it won't be as huge, nowhere near as huge. Timothy Bradley is a big fighter, Miguel Cotto is a big fighter, they're big names in boxing. They fought elite fighters, they are considered elite fighters. One is not on his prime, he's past it, but he's still a great fighter. It'd be a huge fight. And if you look at the potential fights that may happen, like they're negotiating, there are talks of it, and it doesn't seem like it may be stopped. Garcia versus Thurman. You got Cotto versus Bradley. You got who do you have? Actually, I was gonna say Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas. I think that's a good fight, but I can see why people say that's a shit fight, because he could have fought Amir Khan. He could have fought, not just Amir Khan, there's a few good fighters out there. He could have fought Danny Garcia. He could have fought, Keith Thurman was a world champion, right? And he fought Sean Porter. He could have fought Sean Porter right there. So yeah, but overall, I think big fights are really coming up. Fans are really still complaining, but if you compare the situation with 2015, 2016, yeah, there was a lot of big fights, Mayweather, Pacquiao and whatnot, but how much other big fights were there in that year? Not that many. So this year, 2016, you had a few big fights. You had Khan, Canelo. It was a fight that was bullshit, but it was a big fight. Brook Triple G is another big fight. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter is a great fight. There's a few really. Timothy Bradley, Manny Pacquiao happened this year. I believe it happened. I think I should know this, man, but yeah, I think it happened this year. Jesse Vargas won a title. Now Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas. Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev. We're gonna. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. We're gonna have it this year, right? We're supposed to have Tyson Fury and Klitschko, but we know. What happened there? There's talks of Joshua Klitschko. There's talks of Luis Ortiz versus, I can't remember. Was there talks of him? But either way, heavyweight, not just heavyweight division. The whole boxing world is picking up, and ever since Floyd Mayweather left, I like Floyd Mayweather, but people were trying to get a big payday and just look for the big opportunity instead of kind of building themselves up, and they just wanted the Floyd fight. But right now, since he left, I hope he's just, I like to see him fight, but since he left, I hope he doesn't come back. I hope he comes back, but he fights, takes a big fight and just doesn't like lead people on and shit like that, because then we kind of missing out on boxing. It's kind of obviously not his, they're not little kids that you can just lead them on. They're adults. They should be able to take responsibility, and it's their fault. Like Khan's fault when he sat out there for Floyd Mayweather on the shelf. He's not a kid. He's not a nappy wearing infant that's going goo goo gaga every time every time someone else does something. So when Floyd Mayweather retired, I feel like I hate to say this because I sound like a Floyd hater, but I'm not a Floyd hater. Trust me, I like Floyd as a good. In terms of in the ring, you can't argue. He's one of the best to have ever lived. But it's good that he retired, because now we're getting these big fights. We might, as I said, we might get Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. These are only some of the fights that just came on top of my head. If I think there'll be some more big fights that has happened this year or that are coming up in 2017 or later on this year. So Keith Thurman, as I said, Danny Garcia. There's some big fights. So I think boxing is. I wouldn't say boxing is back, because boxing never left. I don't think boxing has died out, because we had Mayweather Pacquiao. Not that long ago, we had Canelo Cotto. we had some big fights, man. You can't it's not the best that it could have been, but it's not bad, man. Boxing is actually, I think, it's getting better. So yeah, that's really what I have to say. I think I'm excited with boxing. As I said, big fights coming up. Kovalev Ward, one of the fights everyone's looking for. That's a 50-50 fight. That's a fight I'm struggling to call, but I think Andre will pull it off. I'll break the fight down. I could change my mind. Until then, I'm not going to talk too much about the Ward Kovalev prediction. I'm just excited for boxing. So that's all I have to say. I'll be back with more videos very soon. But for now, I'm out.